Oaxaca City is a jewel of Mexico, and in last week's video I shared some of my favorite places to explore within the city. But it's also at the heart of a region that is packed with culture, natural beauty, and artisans that are all an easy day trip away. In today's video, I'm going to share some of the best day trips from Oaxaca. To make getting in and out of the city easier, I stayed in a hotel in the northern neighborhood of San Felipe, Casa Adobe. Being a little bit out of the city center means you get a whole lot more luxury for your money. Most rooms here are under $150 per night, and they are truly spectacular. I loved taking a dip in the pool after a hot day of exploring, and the breakfast here is also exceptional. Good morning from a beautiful sunny day here in Oaxaca. I'm so excited to be back here. I haven't been here for 6 or 7 years. To the city. I'm now in the city after taking that really fun trip around from Veracruz to get here. And today we head out to some of the most popular things to do as day trips from Oaxaca. The morning started at the incredible gallery of Manuel Jimenez, the creator of the Talles de Madera Animales Fantásticos, or what we now refer to as alebrijes. However, alebrijes were technically a creation of a different artist named Pedro Linares Lopez from Mexico City. However, these days, even locals in Oaxaca tend to refer to these painted statues that are found at every market as alebrijes. The Animales Fantásticos were amazing, but a tad out of my price range, but I did buy a very cute pair of yellow earrings, which I'll be wearing for the rest of this video. The next stop on this day trip was to the beautiful village of El Tule. Welcome to Tule, one of the municipalities of Oaxaca and one of the most popular places to visit on a little day trip from Oaxaca City. The birds are excited we're here. There's one main reason to come to Tule, not just because it's a beautiful little town, but because it is home to one of the oldest and widest trees in the world. It might not sound that exciting, but this tree is over 2,000 years old. They believe it's somewhere between 2,000 and 2,300 years old. It's 55 meters wide. 35 people have hugged each other around the tree hand to hand. So let's go check it out. There she is. You can walk around this whole grassed area and just look at the tree from here for free. But if you want to go into the sort of gated area and have a really close look at the tree, you have to pay 20 pesos, which is about $1. So I'm excited. I just wanted to come over here because they have a nice colorful sign of the name of the town, the church there. Look how beautiful. It's such a beautiful day. It's not too hot. They say that you can see different animals inside the trunk. You have to use your imagination, but it's huge. It's like 4 trees all in one. Look at this thing. Let's see if we can see any animals. The gardens around the tree and church are stunning. There's a cute artisan market here with souvenirs, and there are plenty of places to stop for a snack, which is exactly what I did. Need a little mid-morning snack, so I got mango, jicama, and pineapple with a little bit of tahini and lemon on it. Or lime, sorry. I'm excited. Mango here is just, it's better. It's better. The next stop on our tour around the region is one of my favorites, to the epicenter of all of the wonderfully colorful wool rugs in Teotitlan del Valle. Our guide showed us the different ways that they create natural dyes so they can color the yarn in these different rich tones. Then they made the mistake of letting me try to spin my own yarn.
Perfecto. Ahora con la otra manita empezamos a darle vueltecita, por favor. Del otro lado, por favor, amiga. Muy bien.
Ah, ya nada más es añadirlo, ¿verdad? Y se va.
Ahora vaya
ya
soltando pedacito,
hilando.
pedacito. Just let it go, piece by piece. Eso, mero. Vaya soltando más lanita. Vaya soltando más lanita. Eso, muy bien. Ya vio cómo no hay que preocuparse. Muy bien. Ahora deje que vaya enrollándose. Ajá, ahí le soltamos bastantito. Muy bien, pero no hay problema, mijita. Ahora sí. Vamos soltándole. No se preocupe. Un aplauso, por favor, para la amiga. Ya viste la lana. And that's gonna be the last step. You just put some wool on them, and that's the way how we start to carding. And while we keep doing, as you can see, the texture is changing. It's getting really soft.
Thankfully, they have professionals who not only make the yarn, but then are able to use these traditional methods to turn them into true works of art. Unfortunately, they didn't have a cute pair of rug earrings for me to buy, so I left empty-handed, but they do ship around the world, so your carry-on bag is no excuse not to take something special if you really love it. Conveniently located right across the street from Teotitlán del Valle is the mezcal maker and delicious restaurant of Don Agave. Before dipping into the mezcal bottles, we enjoyed a lunch spread of different meats, chicharrón, tamales, and enchiladas with mole. Then it was time to tour the factory. I've been to a few mezcal making facilities, which you'll remember if you watched last week's video, but I think it's always so fascinating to learn how things you love are made, and every distillery does things a little differently. Then we toured around the agave fields and learned about the different types of plants that are used to make one of my favorite beverages. And finally, we had earned our tasting. I made it back to my hotel in time for an afternoon beer next to the pool and an early night to bed. The next morning, I was up bright and early for a day trip that I was so excited about. It's best to do this with a tour since it's a whopping 2.5-hour drive away, so I could take in the views and nap a little along the way. Welcome to San Sebastian de las Grutas. This is a cave network that we're about to head into. It took about 2.5 hours to get here, just under 2.5 hours to get here from Oaxaca, so it's a day trip, but you definitely want to stop along the way. Obviously, I'm coming on it with a tour, so they pick us up and bring us here, and we're about to experience it. I think there's also a nearby cenote. Be prepared to get wet. I'm dressed, ready to like hike and see what happens. Let's go. San Sebastian de las Grutas is a cave network that is over 420 meters or 1,370 feet long. They are between 20 and 70 meters deep. That's 65 to 230 feet beneath the Earth's surface. The entrance to the cave is only like 25 meters from the entrance of the park, but it's all uphill. And we are definitely at a higher altitude than Oaxaca. And it's hot. Top tip that I didn't know about. If you want to go into the cave and then down to the river, you have to bring a different pair of shoes because you have to change out of your hiking sneakers and into a pair of sandals or Crocs or like water shoes. You can't go down there in sneakers, so if you want to go down there, make sure that you bring some water shoes. And catch your breath. We made it, we made it. Our guide told us that many people have been lost or run out of battery in their headlamps and died in these tunnels. So they decided to put gates on the entrance so that people can only go through with a guide and these industrial strength headlamps. We made it out of the cave. It's such a strange feeling to be at nearly 2,000 meters above sea level, but be underground. It was really cold in there. And we're back on the trail, headed to the cenote, which is, again, I believe, inside a cave. So it's really, really cool. There's only a few cenotes in Oaxaca. Obviously, it's something that's much more common in Yucatan and Quintana Roo. But here in Oaxaca, there are only a handful of cenotes, so Better watch where I'm going. Wow. Wow.
Pues esta es el canto de aire muy débil, les pueden llevar a llenarse las patitas. Pero esta sí pican.
The water wasn't any colder than Puget Sound in July, so I went for a dip to cool off. And we eventually climbed our way back out of this incredible cave to have lunch. I absolutely loved this day trip from Oaxaca, and I cannot recommend it enough. I will put a link in the description below for the tour company that I used. Of course, if you're visiting Oaxaca for the first time, you'll also want to add the incredible places like Mitla and Monte Alban to your itinerary. But since this was my second trip to the city, I loved getting to explore somewhere totally different. I hope you enjoyed spending a few days with me in this magical state, and that you enjoyed this whole series of videos from my travels around the state of Oaxaca. It was spectacular, and as always, I'm already plotting a return to see more of the villages up in the mountains and sharing them with you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you love Mexico, be sure to sign up for my Mexico newsletter linked in the comments below. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time.